Come on.
That stops next to a white forklift pickup. The RP believes
Oh boy.
the male got out of that vehicle in a yellow construction jacket with possibly
Metro from engine 7 on scene.
He's delayed been advised.
Track location is the number 1 lane of the southbound 5 freeway, cross of the 170. We do have one vehicle fully involved. Unable to determine if there's somebody in there at this time. We do have a semi-truck about a quarter mile down the freeway. We haven't been able to get to yet.
All right.
No involvement or fire there.
600.
Alrighty. Here we go. All right. There's a body in the vehicle.
I'll start countdown for hard closure. Gonna divert all traffic off at Osborne. Signaler for 4 to 5 hours. It's from 98, Daniel 17.
Just getting voicemail only.
7th Street.
All right. See if we can make it over.
Unrelated to
Small Bellsburg complexion.
Looks like I have a semi-truck that's
any information
down the 5, just past the 170 split on the right shoulder. It looks as though my vehicle that's on fire did get hit significantly by something from the rear, and I haven't been able to assess the semi-truck yet.
All right. We're in it, and we're here. We have a little bit of fire, but nothing major. So we'll stand by. There is a big rig down there, and we have a body in the access paratransit behind us. Yeah, well, you can get your vest, There's a big rig down there with possible other victims also, so. So it sounds like the van was stalled and got hit by a big rig. So not a great outcome for them by any means. And it sounds like they are going to shut down the southbound 5, so we'll see how we're going to get out of here. And again, the big rig did hit. I mean, you can see the amount of impact on the back. The entire back side of the van is completely smushed, so quite a high impact there. So I don't know if they're all across the U.S., but here in Los Angeles we have Access Paratransit, and they're CA exempt on the plates, so they get government funding, I'm sure, but they usually pick up elderly people and take them places. So Tay was just mentioning that her grandmother utilizes this service, so it's really pretty scary stuff. And all these people do is help old people, so this is really unfortunate. Alrighty, let me get a shot of that big rig and then we'll send it in. So they're going to be closing the entire southbound 5 because both vehicles involved are a pretty decent distance apart. They're going to be issuing what's called a SIG alert, and what that does is it informs the media. It lets everybody know that this area is going to be closed, and it'll set the duration also. It'll say that the southbound 5 will be closed for X amount of time. So right now we have more, what's this guy doing? We have more CHP units en route to close the freeway, and that's pretty much it. It stands for something though. It's Sigmund something. So we'll when I get a chance, we'll pull it up. But there's a whole Wikipedia article on it. It's pretty good actually. Get on out of here. There was no way for us to get flames on this, considering where we were coming from and where we ended up. If we were on the southbound side, north of the incident, and we rolled on the fire dispatch, we would have gotten it. All right, they're shutting down. Yeah, it looks like they're closing the whole thing right now. So let's get this in, get it up, and get on out. LAPD just got there. I don't know how legitimate this is. There was a call generated for a overturned vehicle right in front of where we're going. It's going to be a southwest call, so we're going to switch over to southwest. LAPD is just arriving at the location. I don't know. I swore I saw LAFD down there, but it might be, they might have cleared off. We'll see when we get down there. They're saying it's an overturned vehicle with bullet holes in it, and they seem to be further south than where I thought this was going to be. The call is reported here in this area, but they're continuing south, so we're gonna go further south. We've got unit responding from the right here. And Southwest is always kind of hard to hear. I'm not sure why. They've always got some weirdness going on. So it's going to be further south. It's going to be Exposition, I believe. And the reporting party stated that the vehicle, there's an overturned vehicle, Figueroa, 3400 South Figueroa. Yeah, they're reporting at Jefferson and Fig, but we're at Jefferson and Fig, and it's not here. It's further south. They're reporting. FD might have cleared, actually.
Engine 14, roger.
FD's clearing right now, so they're not. I'm not quite sure what we have. It's further south. They put it out at 336. It's 348 right now. There's engine 15, so they're clear. And now someone's stating that there's bullet holes in the vehicle. So
Rescue 809, you were canceling your incident.
Is that us?
Is that us? That is. That's the rear. Oh man, rear pads? Oh no. I always do the fronts.
Are any of the PRs willing to meet?
This sounds possibly.
We can also have a unit check the area of Figueroa and Jefferson where the original call came out.
This sounds like shenanigans. They're saying there's no evidence of a traffic collision. Yeah, it's the back. It's the back. Well, this sounds like shenanigans. All right, so they're looking for evidence of a traffic collision. There was reports of a rolled over vehicle. Let's see. We're gonna go around. They're not even seeing a traffic collision. So let's see if we even have a car shooting at this point. This sounds kind of a little, So we'll see. This doesn't seem major or legitimate. This sounds like a false call. We'll see if there's a rollover car. Oh, there's a rollover. There's a car. Oh. Yeah, there's a car. I don't think it's rolled over. And Steve is there. Let's see what Steve has to say.
And there's no waivers out here. 39
Let's see what he says. Let's see what Steve says. Well,
no one hit.
whoa! Oh my goodness.
That could have been ugly. We could have had people hit.
Yeah. No one hit as in no autoped or?
No autoped, no well, it's traffic. 3 bullet holes. One here, one here, and one about over there.
Really? And the guy's totally fine?
Gone.
Are you filming or no?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
There's a car that rolled over with 3 bullet holes in it.
Right.
Injury, ALS.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's any blood inside the car, so.
We'll talk about it for Code 20, but I will probably not feed. So cool. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. So let's see what we got. They're saying it's a no TC or shooting scene. So the call was reported at Fig and Jefferson. We've got a car. Steve's saying that it rolled over. Let's go take a look, shall we? Let's go take a little looky-see here.
Adam 57, can you do a med alert to any local hospitals for victims of shooting?
455 is going to be out at the rollover with the bullet holes in the windshield. Steve doesn't think it's a story. I think it's interesting. I don't know. Just because the person took off, it's still near USC, and that's still kind of interesting to me. So I don't know. We'll shoot it, and then at least we can put it up for our people on Newsbreak. If you don't already know, you can follow all of our stories on Newsbreak. If you go to keynews.tv and click on publication, there's an airplane, by the way. That's kind of cool, huh? All right. Apparently, there's 3 bullet holes in the windshield in the front. We'll get a look at that, and then we'll get on out of here. I don't even know if it rolled over though. It doesn't look like it rolled. Could be wrong. We'll go check out the other side also. It is missing a wheel. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, definite bullet holes in the windshield for sure. Wow, big holes too. Probably, if I had to guess, I'd say 45. They're pretty big. So, a lot of dirt right here. Big skid mark into the palm tree. So I'm assuming coming southbound, and then ended up right here. I don't know if, maybe it came up on its side. We'll go down a little further and take a look at the other side. But right now we have no victim. We got CHP out here, and then I forgot the name of these guys that do the park where the plane is. But they have another department here. I'm blanking on the name, but it's a smaller federally funded group here for the parks. So they're in the middle of the street right now. But yeah, this is interesting. I could definitely see the shooting happening further up the street for sure, considering he came southbound from Jefferson. Hey fellas, are we okay here? Okay, cool. I don't want to be kicking stuff around. Thank you.
If you see blood or a gun, let
If I see bullet casings or anything, I will definitely tell you. So we can see the skid marks here, and it's interesting too because it's basically a straight shot. If you look right here where our tire is, and yeah, you can see it came up on its side and hit the side of the palm tree. Obviously, lost a wheel. There's dirt and all sorts of plant matter that's kicked over into this little bus area, I think is where we're at. Oh, let me get the name of that. I always forget the name of these guys. They are Exposition Park Police, so they deal with the park right here. But obviously the guy was coming southbound from where they think the shooting happened, which is at Jefferson. This is a straight shot up Fig to Jefferson. So he's coming down here, obviously going fairly quickly, and took out probably bumped into this palm tree if I had to guess, looking at where the tire is. I would say this one. Yeah, because look at the skid marks. The skid marks end up at this palm tree, then the car bumps out, makes a clockwise rotation, and then stops right there, -1 wheel. So we have no victim right now, and we have no victim, and we have no further information on that. So we're gonna see if anything else comes up. But as of right now, we got nothing. Well, kind of weird, right? So a lot of times on a lot of times on shootings like this, where you don't have a victim present when by the time help arrives, you end up with. Sorry, we're rolling. I don't want to ruin the audio. So a lot of times when we show up and the victim's already gone, somebody driving by, like a Good Samaritan, sees the crash and they jump in with them and they go, hey, let me take you to the hospital. So this person very well could show up at a local hospital or a local trauma center, either suffering from injuries related to the crash or from a gunshot wound. But I mean, 2 holes dead center in the windshield where the driver sits, and another hole where the passenger would be. So I would be very surprised if nobody was injured in this. I would be very, very surprised. But again, we're here and they're not here. So hopefully wherever they are, they're okay. But looking at this, the severity of the crash, to take a wheel off like that, you got to hit pretty hard. The damage on the side of the car is pretty hard. And 2 bullet holes in the front doesn't help, does it? I love this section.
It's like we're at the panel.
I feel like we're on we're going through the Death Star here.
5331 East Huntington Drive North.
And really tight corner. You can see by all the skid marks on the wall there. Not everybody makes that turn the way we just did. But this puts us right back into downtown. You'll see the skyline coming into view, and this bridge that we're going under right now, the roadway above us. There's a beautiful view there, and we've taken quite a few photos into downtown with some telephoto lenses. They always come out really nice. So, and you know what? This is kind of cool. There's a freeway exit here on the left, and we'll go down that into Chinatown, and then we'll take that through downtown. But yeah, again, not to say, and I don't want to say it's a sensitive subject. I don't want to give it even that much weight. But there's there's a lot of times, and people are doing the right thing, you know, by calling it in and trying to make sure that, hi, thank you. People are calling it in, and we got pedestrians going across. They're calling in these incidents and saying, hey, this is what's going on, send help, which is fantastic. It's very nice that they're doing that.
Yeah, but it ends up being a game of telephone.
Right, it is exactly right. It's a game of telephone, and you end up with, you know, oh my goodness, the world is ending. So then all these resources are going out. People are freaking out, and they're going, you know, this is crazy. We're expecting people trapped. I mean, the call just now, we're expecting people trapped. We're expecting the vehicle on fire. I love the shell here, by the way. Look at see the roof there. They have the architecture was very cool. So there's a lot of resources that are going to get dispatched on a call like that, where we go, oh my goodness, this is crazy, because people are calling it in saying it's the end of the world, and then you get there and you go, oh, it's just a car on fire, which for most people a car on fire is kind of crazy, but again, seeing what these guys see, what LAFD deals with on the daily basis, a car fire is like nothing. Like, it is not a big deal. So it's kind of an interesting thing, because you want people to call, you want them to do the right thing, of course, but then you want them to have an accurate description of what's occurring. So, you know, a lot of people go, well, it's on fire and it crashed in the curb over here. There must be people inside of it, but you don't know that. You didn't see somebody in there, and it looked like a hit and run. I don't even think there was anybody there. There was nobody. The cops weren't talking to anybody. The car's on fire, and we're looking both directions on the street, and there's nobody around. So that's pretty much it. It is an issue with us, and we do spend a lot of gas, and we drive a lot of miles. Probably of all the calls that we go to, you guys get to see the cream of the crop right here on Code 20. We get like the coolest calls for the most part. We do show like this, for example, a lot of times when something doesn't happen. And I don't know, Alex could cut this out. He could say, hey, Zach's rambling about nonsense. This is cool, looking into downtown here as we drive along. But you know, Alex could cut this out and just decide, hey, whatever. So a lot of the stuff that we do go to, it comes out in that way where it sounds really crazy and really, really exciting. And then we get there and we go, oh, not even close to what we thought it was. And it's just part of the job, and we eat that cost kind of as part of what to expect in a night. But I don't know, Tay, what would you say is the ratio between the number of calls that we hear? So there's three ratios, or three numbers that you can probably extrapolate data from that would be relative to, you know, I guess the three things would be, let's start with that. A dispatch, so we hear the call and we go, that's kind of interesting. Or we see a message, or we get it, the radios, or however it comes in. We go, oh, okay, that looks kind of interesting. And then there's the calls that we actually roll on. So then there's the ones we turn the car and we go, we put it in drive, and we take off. And then of those calls, there's like the the checks, right? So like, okay, we heard it, kind of interesting. I would say of the noise that's coming through, of all the calls that we're hearing, I'd say maybe, what do you think, Tay? Maybe 10% of those we actually go to?
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, there's a lot of domestic violence calls, there's a lot of just general minutia, traffic stops, stuff like that. We're not going to any of that. So we go to what's newsworthy. That's what we care about. And 90% of this is not newsworthy per se, especially for our market here in LA. So, oh, Tay, check it out. We're on the backside of City Hall? I don't know why I couldn't think City Hall, sorry. So, of all the calls we listen to, yeah, probably about 10% we go, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then we end up responding. And then of that 10%, I would say 60 to 70% are either, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tay, 60 to 70% are BS or not at all what we thought they were. So what would it be? 20 to 30% would be like, oh, this is actually what we thought it was, or crazier than what we thought it was. That would be, so, guys, if you really get down to the, somebody in the comments right now is going like, I'm gonna do the math. They did the math. I love that subreddit, by the way. They did the math. So of the thing, I would say 10%, it's you start with 100, then you get 10%, then of that 10%, maybe 30% of those actually become an incident. So that would be, that's 3%, right? That's pretty easy math. That's 3%, so. All right, so we're heading into Hollywood. Again, we've got a gunshot victim. It sounds like a female at Hollywood and Selma and Cherokee. LAPD airship's overhead. You can see we're coming into Hollywood right now, and we're trying to get through the lights here, which are not usually timed very well. So we've got a license plate, and it's out-of-state plate. Out-of-state plate. Orange and white color. That's pretty easy to find. Orange and white color, out-of-state plate. That's going to be very...
All units additional on the shooting from Cherokee and Selma. Last 3 of the suspect vehicle license plate is Frank 25. It's out-of-state plate, orange and white in color, incident 305.
Did you see that guy with the bike? No lights, no nothing, just right through the red, doing about 20 miles an hour. Jeez, ballsy. Ballsy. All right. So again, it is a drive-by, so kind of not super confidence inspiring. And it's a female with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. So again, we're gonna get our little butts over there and see what we got. And we made pretty decent time. And again, Hollywood is hello everyone. Nope. Hollywood is pretty rough to get in and out of normally, but we're doing okay. And they're saying they're on Cherokee in a parking lot south of Selma, it sounds like. And I think there's a T intersection there. I'm seeing a T intersection on my map, and I'm assuming there's a parking lot just south of that. So that's what we got, and yeah, we're gonna go take a look. Alrighty. And they're in the parking lot here, so we should be okay. I didn't roll into the car.
Only 1714 the cannon, please.
See all the casings? See how many casings are over there? Look in the parking lot behind the van. A lot of casings. She looks like she's in decent shape, which is good. Somebody got shot and these guys are over there laughing. That's pretty, pretty unaware people. Pretty pathetic, actually. This poor lady's lucky to be alive. These guys are over here laughing. So, Hollywood, usual Hollywood activities. I can't believe the number of bullet casings over here. That's actually incredible. She's very, very lucky. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's probably more. I'm blown away at the number of casings. You can see the broken glass on the driver's side too. So lucky. It sounds like it was, I'm overhearing what he's telling the officer, the victim here. And Alex, make sure you blur this guy and the female, obviously, but it sounds like they had a verbal disagreement with somebody here over at a club. They came over here and they shot up the car. So pretty crazy stuff. Both windows shot out. That's wild. I'm amazed.
How often does this happen?
Shootings in Hollywood? A lot more now than before. I'd say they've increased quite a bit in the last 4 years. They've gone up quite a bit. But wow, I'm just so it wasn't at the T intersection. It's closer, further north, closer to Hollywood Boulevard. But man, again, I've got 3 behind the car over there. 1, 2, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rounds. And she has a very minor, well, I don't want to speculate, but the way they're treating it, the fact that she's sitting there right now and they're taking their time, that's a pretty good sign. Oh, they're taking her. No, he's at a water or a hydrant vehicle thing. I heard this and I took off and left everybody down there. Well, very, very lucky. So we've got enough to tell the story. We're gonna mosey on out of here. But that's a pretty intense situation over an argument. Have a good morning, guys. Thank you. Vehicle into a structure. Doesn't sound like anybody's trapped. It might be a hit and run. LAFD is there. And it should be right here actually at the bottom of the ramp. Maybe somebody came off the freeway and decided I'm gonna go straight. But on the map it looks a little bit north. Oh, and there's a hydrant too. Vehicle into a building and a hydrant. Very cool. If we can get down this damn ramp, what the heck is going on here? Okay. No, we wouldn't have made it. We would not have made it. All right, through the water. Very exciting. Free car wash. Holy cow.
At your earliest convenience, can you landline the PSO?
And you know what? We're going to go.
We're going to send you the phone number.
Oh, it hit the building. Wow. And the hydrant's going. It's not in the building, but it definitely hit the building. All right. Let's
or OBS.
And I think they took off. I think they left it like that, which is good on them. What a jerk move. 499, if you could open up 26 and 7. I've got a vehicle into a hydrant that struck a building and put a hole in the building. I don't know if there's another vehicle in it, but yeah, I'll be out. Alameda. Alrighty. This is always the fun part, not getting the, why is the wall like coming out? What's up with that? That's kind of weird. That's kind of strange. And I can report that it's a Nissan Sentra, not a Nissan Altima. So we're breaking the mold a little bit here. Alrighty. Go across, careful, careful. And let's figure out why. It's just weird because the car obviously hit the building. But I'm wondering why the why the wall is like coming out toward us. Kind of strange. So kind of weird. I love having that between us and the traffic. That's always nice. So. Feel so bad for the guys that are in the water. Oh, great. You can see where they are because of the light coming through, but I mean, they're like completely drenched, getting just dumped on with tons of water, and that amount of water coming from that high is really heavy. I mean, you pick up a gallon of milk, you can see, how heavy liquids are. So they're coming down from about, we're looking at 25, 30 feet, and that's just hammering on them. So it's cold out. The water's hammering on their backs and their heads, and they're still out here doing this. So, God bless these guys. It's not an easy job, but they make it look easy. So, what's that? I can't hear you with the. So, well, I'm not sure, and I don't think they're sure yet if the shutoff valve is under the car. It very well could be. If it is, then they're gonna have to get a tow out here. They're gonna have to tow it out. They're actually gonna drive it out, it looks like. Ah, that's great. I saw the brake lights come on and the reverse light come on. It looked like they were trying to drive the car out of the spot, which is actually really smart. What's that? Oh yeah, they were in the car right now. He had it in, the reverse lights came on, the brake lights came on, but then they gave up on that. So it's an interesting, they're gonna look for the shutoff valve, they're gonna put the bar down into the street, and then they're gonna turn off the water flow. know what they're gonna do to get this down, but it's probably gonna take a while. So they're having a hard time finding the shutoff, and it very well could be under the car, which that's a whole nother issue. There's a lot going on tonight, so I think we're gonna shoot a little bit of this, and then we're gonna take ourselves elsewhere. But again, it's a hit and run, kind of not a huge thing. And it's not inside the building. If it was inside the building and this was going on, and people were trapped, then, but this is more just a structural thing right now. Makes it look pretty. Is the valve under the car?
I think it's either under the car or under that storage shelf.
Okay.
It shot out from the building.
That's what happened.
We were here and we're like, oh shit! And I think the water shook up under the wall, weakened it, and then I think it shot out.
Oh, I see. I see.
So, and they're kind of moving. It might be under that.
So it rolled out of the building. That's why I was wondering why it was.
Debris shot out.
No shit. Oh, you guys were here for that.
Yeah.
See, I want that on camera. That would have been the shot.
Right.
Holy cow! And you guys, was there a key in it? Is that how you got it running? You were gonna try to drive it off, or
hard? Just like that when it showed up.
Running.
Yeah. Didn't run. Inside.
So wait a minute. So where did the car come from?
Well, I imagine from over here, whether north and south.
Oh, so the car went through, got in, and then.
No, they didn't hit the building.
Gotcha. The car didn't come out. The water pushed the hole out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
I don't know if there was if they hit the building and created a hole.
Got it. And then the water came out through there. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you were saying the car was in there and the car came out. I was like, oh my god.
Just that gray rectangle.
Got it.
That was a storage container inside and it shot out.
Got it. Okay.
It's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Full of something.
Oh yeah. So there's see, if the valve's under there, then that's it. That's
But I think we can let the other side. So
all right.
They'll know, shut this valve, whatever.
Cool. All right. Well, we got all we could, I guess, unless something. Unless something
on the rotary saw, so that might be kind of fun.
That might be cool. Is he gonna do the roll up?
I don't know. I can't see why.
For us, for the sparks. Let's do. Oh, great! KTLA's here now too.
Oh, great.
I'll get the sparks, and then we'll get out of your guys' hair. Thank you. Yeah, I think he's gonna hit the. Yeah. All right. There we go. Crazy, the wall opened up from the water. It's really unfortunate actually when you hear about stuff like this, because this is a hit and run. Guy hits the hydrant, probably intoxicated, takes off, right? Hopefully he has insurance, but I mean, we're looking at California minimum, if I'm not mistaken, is about $15,000, and I think we're a little bit past that on this one. between the hydrant, the power, the street light that's going. These guys have to get in there. Plus the whole wall came out, and there's some item that has come out of the building because the water was flooding in there, and that's caused more problems too. So, you know, we're at a point here where one bad decision has a domino effect, and this is the result, as you can see. All right, we'll shoot it from across, and then I think we're good. Because even if they open it up, they're just seeing if there's any damage in there. We can already see the hole in the wall, so it's all good. All righty, sir. Have a good morning. Thank you. Alrighty. Watch out for this. You don't. That's normally what they use to run the valve in the street. Now the big trick is not getting run over. KTLA's camera in front of the car. All right, come on. We're going. You're good right there. Stupid thing. What? Well, it keeps them, you know, as dry as you can be. So, alrighty. I'm just glad we don't have to go on the water. That would be my biggest concern, I guess. Or the thing that I would not want to do is going in the water. So, again, these guys out there at all hours of the day, and no matter what's going on, they're here to solve problems like this. Is pretty amazing, actually. Hello again. Still shooting video on that thing? Still shooting video on that?